Nick Hart from Backstreet Boys.
Shout out to Boy Band Break.
It's Chris Kirkpatrick here. Shout out to your podcast, Boy Band Break.
Everybody, this is Howie D, and I'm listening to Boy Band Break.
Hi, Ashley Parker Angel here. Huge shout out to the Boy Band Break podcast.
This is Brad from LFO, and you are listening to Boy Band Break.
Hey, what's up? This is Jacob.
What's up? It's Dan.
What's up? It's Trevor.
And it's Erik-Michael, and it's time for Boy Band Break, baby. Let's go!
Bam, 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 bam. Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where you can take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, I'm Cinzia.
I'm Sofia.
As you noticed, there's only half of us here. So Lydia and Diane are off on today's episode, but that is okay because they did not attend this event that we're chatting about, so they would have nothing to talk about anyways. So, yes. So welcome back. Everyone. We are in the Christmas season. I got Sofia has some lovely red on and your nails.
Oh, my nails. Yes. There's some red and gold with some snowflakes in the middle finger.
That's true. I guess it is your festive middle finger. I am just wearing some bulbs that the battery has died on them, so they're not going to light up, but you know what? It is what it is. Okay, so I guess we want to just jump right into it.
Yes. Where did we go, Cinzia?
A week until Christmas right now, which guess who's not prepared? This gal right here. So if anyone else is not prepared, feel free to shoot us in the comments. No, don't shoot us. Shoot us a message in the comments. And say that, but yeah, I just feel like it's not very super Christmassy this year. I don't know, but what is that you're drinking from, Sofia?
I'm drinking from a boy band Christmas mug.
Oh my, I have one as well that you made for me.
Yes,
as well as this festive ornament.
That's right. It was $5 and $10 for the mug.
Which, you know what? I got to say, that's pretty good for...
yes. For 2 items, that's pretty good.
Yes. And this is like 2 colors on here. So really...
That's right.
Impressive.
And 2 colors because it's Christmas colors.
Yes. It's very festive. Yes. Almost like a little Santa hat, I guess. Because it's like pointy and then has a little... Okay, so as we just mentioned, we were at a boy band Christmas, which is... I will show you the page.
Yes.
In a moment.
There was a few boy banders who were in the concert. Do you want to roll them off?
Alrighty, so here we are.
Here we
go. So it was a boy band Christmas, an evening of holiday and hits, starring from 98 Degrees. We have Timmons, Drew Lachey, and Justin Jeffre. Then we also had Jamie Jones from All-4-One, Erik-Michael Estrada from O-Town, and Ryan Cabrera, who is not a boy bander, but really, really wants to be one. So there you go.
And was trying to be a boy bander in this concert, and he pretty much succeeded.
Pretty much. You know what? Honestly, I feel like Ryan would make a good boy band member replacement.
Yes.
This is actually the first time we've actually ever seen Ryan Cabrera in concert. I don't know if you've seen him.
No, this is the first time. Yep.
So he does a lot of like My 2K and stuff like that with O-Town. So he's done a lot of those events, but every one we've gone to has not had him. He hasn't been there. So this is actually our first time meeting him. We're not American, we're Canadian. So he really was not advertised a lot here. We didn't know a lot about Ryan Cabrera. Like we don't have TRL, we had Much Music, and I'm pretty sure he never really made it in Canada. Correct me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong. Because his one hit song did sound familiar, so it must have played. I mostly knew him as the guy who was engaged to or married to Ashley Simpson, which he did talk a little bit about in the show.
Yes. And that's also how I knew of him, because I used to watch a lot of reality TV shows back in the day. Yeah.
But you do. Oh, so was he on that the Jessica Simpson thing or the new?
I think he was on the Ashley Simpson one only.
Oh, right. I forgot she had one. That's right. But you know,
that's what I was talking about. Yes. Yeah.
As being married to
Alexa Bliss in WWE, which her name is Lexi in real life.
Yes. So Sofia is a huge WWE fan, so it was very interesting. Their wedding was really cute. It was very pink and sparkly, and they had like a mirrored runway or aisle or whatever.
Yeah. And because Cinderella, She loved, because they love Disney. They both love Disney. So it's Cinderella's big day, basically.
Yes. So yes, it was a lovely wedding according to the pictures on Instagram and stuff. So,
and I found that it was great because it was boy banders and then the WWE world together. I was like, there you go. See?
Sophia's like, I would crash this wedding in a heartbeat. Like,
absolutely, I would be there.
Yes. So anyway, so it's good. So they did a few shows. So let me just read the about page.
Yes.
So it says, join a boy band Christmas for a special evening of classic holiday songs and unforgettable hits, featuring Timmons, Drew Lachey, and Jeffre of 98 Degrees, Jamie Jones, All-4-One, Erik-Michael Estrada, O-Town, and Ryan Cabrera. A boy band Christmas features all of your favorite songs along with some special holiday surprises. With over 80 million albums sold, a billion online streams, and countless awards, a boy band Christmas is a can't-miss evening of pop music and good cheer. So they did, actually lists all the dates. So they already did LA, Mississippi. We went to the third show, which was on December 9th at Seneca Niagara Casino in Niagara Falls, New York. They also did Salamanca, New York, Highland, California, Charlestown, West Virginia, Cincinnati, Ohio, which is where 98 Degrees is kind of based out of, Gary, Indiana, Milwaukee, Prior Lake, Minnesota, and they have one Canadian date on the 23rd, and that is in Vancouver, BC, Canada. So that is at the PNE Winter Fair at the Pacific Coliseum. So that's kind of like the West Coast version of the CNE. I guess they do stuff. So there you go. So that's cool. So,
and a fun fact, in 2018, we also went to the 98 Degrees show, Let It Snow, at the Niagara Falls, New York. Yes.
Yeah. So we were there last time. So I don't know if you, by the time you're listening to this, there's still 3 shows left. So if you can get to the shows, you definitely should get to the shows. So Milwaukee, Prior Lake, Minnesota, and Vancouver. So try and hit that up. You can go to aboybandchristmas.com to buy tickets and get all that stuff. They also released their own single as a boy band Christmas called Oh Holy Night with some symphony. And so it's pretty cool. Got a lot of good press going on. So it's a very good show. Some dates are more sold out than others. The one they actually did yesterday, when we were recording this in West Virginia, they actually had a free meet and greet afterwards, which is pretty cool. But for the most part, you can also buy meet and greets. You know what? I'll show you what the packages cost if you want.
Yes.
We did not because
it was a little bit expensive.
It was a bit expensive, and I did not have the money at the time, and we were doing something else. But anyways, so their tickets are fairly reasonable if you're meeting 6 boy banders or 5 boy banders. So their basic VIP, so none of them include tickets. You still have to buy tickets. The basic VIP package with taxes is $161.07. So you get a meet and greet and photo with all the artists and a signed mini poster. The gold VIP package is $286.54 with taxes. So you get exclusive sound check access, meet and greet and photo with all the artists, VIP, a boy band Christmas laminate, and first access into the venue, front of the line privilege, and a signed mini poster. Now, the only not really important part of this one is the first access into the venue, because it's all assigned seating at all these casinos. Nothing was general admission, but if it was general admission, that would be cool. And then I guess you get to shop earlier too for the merch. So that's cool. And then the ultimate VIP package with taxes came to $400.46. You get the meet and greet photo with all the artists, the sound check access, the boy band Christmas laminate, access to the venue, and then a 15-minute post sound check Q&A with all the artists and a signed mini poster. So I did heavily debate doing that because I was like, that'd be great to get them on our podcast and record something. But then I'm like, well, I don't know how many people are going to do it. And whatever. So,
it would be
we did run into some people who did do the meet and greet, and they said it was great. They had a great time, and it wasn't overly crowded. There wasn't a ton of people. I think in Niagara Falls, they said maybe about 10 of them were there or something. So, anyways, very cool. Kudos to them, and kudos to them for doing stuff. So
doing something fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So back to what Sofia was saying, that in 2018.
Yep.
we did go see their Christmas show.
Let It Snow.
And it was Let It Snow. And I got all excited because Sofia just sent that back recently. I was like, oh, there's going to be like 90-degree tour dates. And I was like, oh no, this is back in the future, back in the past.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I was just trying to show that it was from 2018. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. It was a good show. We were sitting at the back. And the way that Seneca is set up, unlike other, because it's just very flat. It's almost essentially like a giant ballroom, if you will, because they do put chairs down and stuff like that. So it's not elevated. So we were like, I'm pretty sure like the second or third last row. So our sight lines weren't as good. Like they did obviously have these giant screens so you could see that, and we were also probably sitting next to some people from the casino who got free passes. So there are a lot of old people who were miserable and didn't want to be there. So they left. So we thought it would be pretty similar to that show, but I feel like they did a bunch of different songs. Like we were joking ahead of time that like 98 Degrees always does like some sort of like cheesy Disney-esque song. Oh, by the way, anyone who's looking at my hands and wondering what the heck is on it, I decided to be cheap and change the ink in my computer by myself and did not put gloves on. Even though this happens to me every time, I completely forgot. So if you're wondering, do you have some sort of strange disease? No, it is just me being careless. Anyway, so when we went to that, I was just like, and I don't know, I'm a bit of a concert snob, so I like to be closer. Sorry. So what I was saying before is they always do like a cheesy song. So like theirs was like, "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch," and then they were just like prancing around the stage. And then when we saw 98 Degrees in Niagara Falls, Canada, which was the last concert that we saw before the pandemic.
Yes, in January.
And that was was it How Far I'll Go or something?
Yeah, from
So they always had to have this like, oh, we're cheesy, because they're always like, well, we're not big into dancing and things like that.
And it was like twinkle toes. That was funny.
Yes. Yeah. So the beauty, I guess, of a Christmas show is that you're really not expected to do much dancing or anything, and I feel like it kind of went well. So
I think it's nice to see them like not be so serious, kind of thing, right? So they're just like fun and loose.
Yes, and I think it's like great. And also, I wanted to point this out that I realized is last year there was that TV special. What was it called? A boy band holiday. But I believe Erik-Michael Estrada was behind that as well. He's the one who kind of like organized it and got it together and kind of wrote the script and did stuff like that. So it was very good. Very big Christmassy guy. So yeah,
he likes bringing the boy banders together for Christmas.
Bringing the boy banders, spreading that holiday cheer.
Right? Very nice.
I wonder if I still have that on my PVR from last year. But you know what? Go back last year in our thing and we did a whole like recap of that thing. So that one had members of O-Town,
Boys to Men, no. Well, NSYNC, yeah.
Joey Fatone.
Yes.
Yeah, Joey and Chris.
Yes, Joey and Chris. And Joey McIntyre from
that's right.
New Kids on the Block, and his son, yeah.
Griffin.
It's all coming back to us now, see?
All coming back to me. Anyways, go check that out. Scroll back approximately 52 weeks from here.
Yeah.
Now, and you will find that one. So anyways, Eric embraces boy bands and Christmas. So
see, that's a beautiful combination.
Beautiful combination.
Yes.
Alrighty, so I guess I will go to my notes because I actually wrote diligent notes.
Yes.
One moment.
Because also at the casino, everyone is still sitting. They're not standing up.
That's true. That is a thing that annoys me about casino shows. So we were fifth row, but on the side, and it said partially obstructed view. I'm like, how can it be obstructed? It was because we were kind of like, there was a screen, and then we were trying to like film the screen, but then like I was getting this like weird like kink in my neck because we were
I think that's probably what it was. When I woke up the next day, I was like, "What's wrong with my neck?" And I think I just now finally have not
over it.
We're
getting old, so we're gonna go.
So we're not made like we used to be. That's for sure.
Okay. Moving along. Where are my notes? So I wrote that.
Right.
We do have some pictures we'll show you at the end, I guess.
But it was exciting going in there. We saw the Christmas trees of the setup on the stage. a very backstreet. A very backstreet.
You know what?
Sorry.
I'm gonna show that.
A very boy band. Oh my God! Sorry, I'm sorry. I got it wrong.
It's all okay. We had other plans to go do something else that the next day that got canceled. So all good in the hood. We still had a great time here.
Yes, a boy band Christmas. Sorry. There's just a lot of similar wording for titles. That's why I got it mixed up.
Full screen this. Okay, so here is Sofia and I. They had a lovely little backdrop that matches the mugs. So we took some pictures there. I was wearing festive.
That's right. And
Christmas. Oh my God! Sorry. Before we got there, sorry. To get to Seneca, we actually had to go through the Rainbow Bridge because it's very close to that. So that's the one that's in downtown Niagara Falls, Canada, which is so weird because normally you do not go through that bridge at all. But because like Seneca Casino is only like 2 blocks away from the border, we do. So that's if anyone's not from the area. There's like 3 main bridges in the Niagara region. So there's the Queenston-Lewiston Bridge. And if you take that one from Canada, you kind of get to like the outlet malls. Then there's the Rainbow Bridge and then there's Fort Erie that takes you to Buffalo. So the Rainbow Bridge is the only bridge of the 3 that you can actually walk over the border yourself. So I have done that in the past. And it's just like, it's so bizarre because you're just like walking over this bridge over like Niagara Falls and like, well, Niagara Falls is off to the side. You're not on top of the falls, but you're over the giant river. So the Niagara River. So
because we were in the car and we saw people in the little area there. Yeah.
And I had done that once because we had, I was working for Country 95.3 at the time. We took some listeners to go shopping at the outlets in the States. We were staying at Seneca Casino. And then we walked over because a country artist that I liked, Aaron Lyons, still like him, but he's not performing, was playing on the Canadian side. So like we didn't want to bring the car back and forth and pay for parking. So yeah, the border guards thought we were nuts, but it cost us 50 cents to cross that time.
So not nuts at all.
I think now it's $1 per person to cross because I believe Josh did that recently. But anyways, whatever. We took the car over. Did not take us long at all. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe if we're lucky. That's because they only had 2 lanes open, and then we got there and the border guard was a bit of a strange fellow.
Yes,
youngish, kind of had like a bit of a hillbilly southern vibe to him. And so he's like, where are you going? I'll go, we're going to the casino to watch the boy band show. And then he's like, oh, I heard that's going to be good. And I go,
so I think he meant to say, I know that's not going to be good.
That's why we're going. He's like, I meant bad. I heard that's going to be bad. I was like, okay. And then he's like, your headlight is burnt out. And I was like, I did not know that. He's like, we don't care here at the border. We don't care. But, state and local people might care. So you should probably change your headlight. I was like, okay, thank you. Which, by the way, I still have not done. I have the bulb, but when we tried to do it, it wasn't working. So I have to YouTube that again and figure it out. But anyways.
Well, I guess that's good that he didn't stop us and like say, move over here.
Yeah, true. So, so we get there, free parking. So that's a bonus.
Yes.
So that was good. We parked at Rico. Somebody had like written something on the wall and then we were like, okay, whatever.
It sounded like Richo. Yeah.
Yes. Richo. That was it.
Yeah.
And then
I was like, take a picture.
You did, yes. So we always know where you're parking. So we got there a bit late. So we were going to originally do the buffet, but then timing wise, I was just late getting us ready. So
no worries. It all worked out in the end. No, we don't blame nobody. It all worked out in the end.
But then it worked out because pretty much we got there, we bought the merch. Okay, we found this backdrop, so we took some pictures there. That's our fun.
We did a fun one because like, why not?
Thumbs up, baby.
See?
So here's the prices. So the hoodies were $45, t-shirts were $25, mugs was $10, and ornaments were $5. And it was actually like really cute, like full color print, like everything.
Yeah.
Right? So we did that. So there's something, and then there's the Christmas bulb that I have.
Yes, I put mine on my Christmas tree
already. And then this is Joel. So I was like, dude, looks so familiar. We're like, merch selfie. He's like, yeah. So he is apparently O-Town's tour manager, which makes sense that I've seen him before from that.
Yes.
Super lovely guy.
Yes, so he was very nice and fun.
Love.
And he was
I feel like everyone in the surrounding O-Town is amazing. Like the O-Town universe townies, all good stuff. So,
and then when you gave him our business card for Boy Band Break, he was like, "Thank you so much for promoting that."
For always promoting us and supporting us. That was like our O-Town episode is our most listened to episode. Which, by the way, if you have not watched our O-Town interview, it is pinned at the top of our YouTube page. And if you're not following us, please do, guys. We are so close to 1,000 followers. Like, so close. Let's get this. So it's youtube.com/boybandbreak. And we would much appreciate if you follow us there or on any of our social medias. Okay, so then we walk in. Like, look how cute this stage setup is.
That's
so
very cute.
Boy Band Christmas, an evening of holiday hits. And it has like little Christmas trees and wreaths all lit up. So yeah, as you can see, those are like banquet hall chairs is what we were all sitting on. Mm-hmm. So then here's us at our seat, which was hilarious because we had I checked the seating chart ahead of time and there was 5 empty seats beside us. And we get there and there's a girl sitting right beside Sofia. And I'm like,
yeah.
But we didn't want to be like, yo, can you move to the middle? Because it seems like there was still 5 empty seats and then the 3 of us crunched at the end, but I had the aisle seat, so I'm good.
Whatever.
Okay, so here are my bad pictures. But the better ones are on the screen and stuff. So yeah, so they had white outfits, classic boy band move.
Classic.
Some of them were more fancy. So Jamie Jones had glitter and jewels and stuff on him. Drew looked like he picked up his sweatshirt at Walmart. It was just it was a good mix. Loved it. So it was a fairly full crowd, I would say.
Yes.
And at the end, we took some.
And then, you didn't really know what to do because you wanted to stand, but people behind you are still sitting, and I felt bad. And I can't.
We had some drunk girls behind us who they would stand up every once in a while. I would too. And then I realized because I was at the end, I would stand up and just kind of stand out of the way of the people because the row right behind us didn't have people, but 2 rows behind us had the drunk girls. Who occasionally were standing up and.
Oh, do you want to say your little you were videoing and then walking back when the security guard was telling you? Do you want to say that or is that
these pictures? Okay. So, and then so randomly I ran into these twins who I used to when I was in high school. I would see them all the time in Toronto, all the time at Much Music and John Vision. We'd go, they would just be there at Aqua concerts or Spice Girls, I think, maybe Serial Joe. I'm not really sure, but I would see them a lot and I hadn't seen them in 15 years. I was like, holy crap. I was like, oh my God. So we took selfies and that was very exciting. Because,
I'm sorry, I don't.
And it's so bad that I don't actually know their names, but I was just I felt awkward asking, but it had just been so many years and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So there's us with our mugs and then we took some selfies with some 98 Degrees and O-Town's fans behind us
and fans of Boy Band Break because during the picture they're wearing a Boy Band Break.
I was wearing my Boy Band Break jacket and they're just oh my God, so that was actually really cool. So that was fun.
Yeah,
I didn't realize how blurry it was. And then
we went to Boston.
Skip ahead. Afterwards, we went and saw a whole bunch of awesome lights in Niagara Falls, and then we went to Boston Pizza and had videos. We're not gonna share that now. Go check out our YouTube page because they will all be uploaded onto there. So we tried to take as many videos as possible for people who couldn't be there. Hopefully we don't get any more strikes against us, but I don't think so. But anyways, so sorry, were you going to say something else before we started talking about the show?
No.
Okay. All right. So now I will look at my lovely list. So started out with they're kind of introducing all the boys and their names and all that jazz. And then they all kind of came out and they started out singing This Christmas, which I feel like a lot of boy bands do this song.
Yeah. It's either this one or Last Christmas.
So yes. So that was good. So actually for that one, it was just the boy banders that came out. And what I thought was fabulous is that right off the bat, they did a shout out to Canada.
Yes. And we were shouting so hard. Woo!
The front row were also from Canada, so that's probably why Eric recognized them. But I was just yes, acknowledgement where yes, Canada is here because O-Town has not been to Canada since prior to the pandemic. And so like the closest. Well, obviously when we went for my birthday in Niagara Falls as well, that was pretty close too, but it's nice to be acknowledged.
Is it because of like the vaccines? Canada still wants vaccines? Like why?
No, it's done now. You can come.
Oh, okay.
If you don't have your vaccine, you can still come and go anyways.
Okay.
So hopefully next summer, O-Town and all that jazz. So that should be good.
Because that was a fun show too.
Oh my God, so good. Yes, that was great. Go back and watch that one and find out where we met O-Town. Hint, Chili's. That was the answer. That's not a hint. I'm sorry. But it was that was a fun 40th birthday.
You could have been like a spice that's hot as a hint.
That would have been a better hint.
I don't know.
Not giving it away like I did. So, I'm fat.
It's all good. It's all good.
All good. Okay, so they shout out to Canada, and then the next song, I think Ryan came out at this one, possibly, because they had made something saying like, "Oh, you were missing one of the faces" or whatever. So they did Last Christmas.
Yes.
So this Christmas into Last Christmas, I'm like, there's a lot of like, and I was noticing this the other day. There's also like White Christmas and Blue Christmas, and like, so there's like the color Christmas.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
So there's so many, and I have admitted on this podcast before, I'm not a huge Christmas fan.
I like Christmas. I like it,
and I'm like, I'm getting there. I'm trying, I don't
know. It's just something about the lights and the decorations. Yeah, I don't know. Magic. It's a feeling, right? It's a little feeling that you get.
It's true.
In the holiday.
I feel like, you also get, I don't want to be a downer here, but sometimes at Christmas it gets depressing. Like,
for sure. Absolutely.
People like the loved ones who are gone, or like, I remember after my grandmother died, it was just kind of like not as Christmassy, I guess. And that was in 2000. So it's been like 22 years, but other like, and for sure you miss your friends and your family, or people are fighting, or there's drama, or there's other stuff like that. But I feel like hopefully you can just kind of enjoy the season and not let the other stuff bother you. But that this concert was a lovely beacon of light. And
a beacon of hope.
A really rough day that day. As some other people were as well, but this actually was very I'm like, oh, I don't even want to go, blah blah blah. But then once we got there, I was like, yeah, let's do this. So boy bands for the cure. Anyways, okay, so after Last Christmas, they did that song, I Can Love You Like That.
I can love you like that. Yeah,
is that a good one?
I don't think so. Maybe.
I feel bad. I feel like I don't know a lot about All-4-One. I really don't.
I only remember the I Swear one because that's the song that started my boy band love, even though they're not a boy band, but I'm going to consider them a boy band.
They still kind of...
Yeah. I don't know. Remember when we did like that?
I Can Love You Like That is by All-4-One. So
yes.
Makes sense why that was included.
Yes.
Yes.
I wasn't sure, but I was like, I swear that's the one that I remember.
It's not 98 Degrees or O-Town.
I'm nostalgic for that song.
So yes. Jamie was like really good. Like I was very, he had like great vocals and stuff. So they all.
Although it was kind of funny too during part of the show where he had like the mint spray to make sure his.
Anyway, so after that, then Ryan came out and he was like, "Go Bills!" and like talking about the Buffalo Bills because obviously.
Yes, because that's how you get a big cheer.
Wow! I'm like, listen, it's not go Canada. But I did.
So then after he said go Bills, he's like, okay, well, now we're best friends. So I can share this with you. And then he talked about the song that he wrote for his wife.
Yes. So he was also talking about, even though he's not in a boy band, he specifically made sure that he had boy band type hair. He had like the
spikes,
the spikes and this whatever. So it was like, so he was talking about that. So then he started talking about Joe Simpson. So that's Jessica and Ashley Simpson's dad.
Yes.
And he kind of discovered him. I was writing notes really fast, so feel free to pop in if you know anything else. But so he I guess discovered him on the street playing guitar or something like that.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, he moved into the Simpson house, which seems a little odd to me. Does that not seem odd to you? Like, hey,
that seems very odd. Yes.
My house with my 2 young girls, that are around your age. So I was like, I made a note. I want to research that story a little bit more because that sounds very interesting. So I guess Joe was going to manage him. So I guess that's why he moved in. I don't know.
Yes.
and his room was next door to Ashley's room.
There's the connection.
But at the time, him and Ashley were just friends. So, and he was saying he's like such a shy guy, like he was very nervous, whatever. So Ashley would have friends over, and there was a girl there that he had a crush on, and he was like, he didn't really know how to say anything or do anything. So he like ran to his room and actually wrote her a song. And then he said, so that he came out, I don't know if the other girls were there. This obviously is probably not the same day, because I don't think you can just instantly write a song, but you know what?
Right.
I guess he had seen her for a while and was just crushing and didn't know how to make his next step. So then he sang her the song, and then she said, "Isn't it great that we're such good friends? I don't want to ruin anything because we're such good friends." So it was like awkward. So that was his
like rejection right there.
So that was his romantic moment that got rejected. But I was like, that's pretty fun. So everyone was kind of like, huh. But that doesn't end there, my friends.
No, it doesn't.
This good friend of his saw him on MTV, and suddenly she kept calling him. But he didn't answer. So he had some self-respect at that point and decided, you know what? No, you didn't care about me when I was a nobody, but now that I'm on MTV or like NTRL, you're calling. So, anyways, he was one of the type of people who does not rush to get married, whatever. He waited 39 years to get married, and he's saying, you know what? Like, don't settle, which was very nice because I didn't realize that Ryan and I are around the same age. So he said, don't settle, whatever. Eventually you'll find the song. And the song that he sang, which he had originally written for this girl, but then he decided to rededicate it to his wife at the wedding, is called True.
Yes.
And that was actually a really cute song. Like
it's very sweet. I really liked it, yeah.
Yes. So next up, so it was interesting how it was. So anyways, right away I was just like, Ryan Cabrera, you're a good dude, man. Like,
Ryan Cabrera, you're in the boy band family.
Come on in, sir.
Come on in.
Join any of them, whoever has.
You're in.
So yeah, so the how it kept working was then it would either be like all of them, or there'd be like certain members from certain bands, and kind of just like,
or a couple of them,
like do it in duos or whatever. I don't think anyone really had a solo per se. Well, I guess Ryan did because he was playing guitar and stuff.
Yes, but not for long.
Yes, but then like the other members would come in and do harmonies and things like that. So it was like a nice flow that they did. Like it was good back and forth.
The pacing was good,
for sure. As what does Diane say? The musicality, like it flowed well. It was like a good flow.
Flowed very well, yes.
Slower, then it goes back up, and then whatever, right? So, so the next song after True was Jamie and Jeff Timmons, and they sang "Give Love on Christmas Day."
And it was easy to sing along to, because I was like, oh, I've never heard this one. But it was.
I have heard it, but it's not like one of my top Christmas songs that I think about. So, but yeah,
right.
But yeah, because
it was very catchy, and then you could understand because it kept repeating the words. Yeah. So I don't know why it was funny, but we made it fun.
Sophia is always good at singing along to songs that she doesn't know. You just kind of like wing it, right? You kind of know the lyrics and just go. What concert were we at where you were singing along and the people were like, "This is a new song. How do you know this song?" Like, oh.
It was the 20th anniversary of the Backstreet Boys, and they played a new song off of. It was Soldier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, you can just like know the lyrics. You can tell what the lyrics are."
Ryan that called you out? I can't remember.
No, I wasn't there. It was somebody else in the audience because the audience was doing it, and I also was doing it in the living room of Diane.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you guys said it, and then
like, how the hell do you know this song?
I'm like, you can just know. Yeah, you figure out the lyrics and you go. Yeah. And then the girl in the audience was like doing the same, and then Nick's like, "How do you know this song? It's brand new." Hey, you just figure out the lyrics and you just sing along.
Logically is going to rhyme here and make sense in the song.
Right? And then eventually you hear it and you're like, yeah, see, it is the words.
See, there you go. Christmas miracle. Okay, so anyway, after that song, Eric and 98 Degrees came out and they sang Hardest Thing. It's the
hardest thing. I really like that they put like original songs as well instead of only holiday hits.
It wasn't just a Christmas concert.
Yeah, so I like that they put holiday and hits because the hits like helped to make the concert even better.
That's why you're there to see this boy band, is because you know their hit songs, especially if you're a casual fan. You're like, yeah, I'm going to go see them. And then they don't perform like their hit song. You'd be like, what the hell, man?
Which I get, it's Christmas time, but it's nice that they added the hits.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so hardest thing. So then Eric sang "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
Yes.
So that was his
Mariah
song,
Carey, right?
And 98 Degrees, and Jamie came in as well with that one. So it started off with Eric, and then the other guys joined in. Classic song. So then Jamie was talking for a bit. So he said. Oh, so then he was talking about how they got together and recorded a song together as a boy band. And the song was arranged by Jeff Timmons. So Jeff Timmons decided who was going to sing what or how the pace of it and all that jazz. So Jeff did all the arrangements. The guys all got into studio together, and that was Oh Holy Night. So that's the single. So if you look it up, a boy band Christmas, Oh Holy Night, that's the one where they're all on. So they did that. It was very good. Sounded very like urethral, like lovely. It was good song.
Is this the one where he's like, can you guess what our boy band name is? And then someone in the crowd was like, a boy band Christmas? And he's like, yeah, that's right.
You're like, yeah, well, we bought the tickets for this. So there you go. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was.
I just like how everyone like did the whole boy band thing where you take turns talking and like, you know, like.
Yeah.
So then Drew started talking about not losing track of what the season is. Like it's about family, about people you love, about putting up trees. So he was kind of like, you know, like a lot of times people get stressed out or depressed or whatever. And it was just like, you know, just don't forget what the reason is like for the season. So he was like saying like, you know, like doing stuff together as family. And he was talking about chairs from Grandma and Grandpa's house. And then I guess he called his grandma Mama or something because they're a little white trash from Ohio is what he said. So
that was like, very funny.
He's like, we're a little white trash from Ohio. And we're like, okay there, well, Drew.
See, he can make fun of himself. He doesn't take himself seriously. That's great.
And then he was like talking. He's like, you know, and then fucking cousin Bobby comes with his like +1, and it's a different +1 every year, and you never know. And it's just the drama with that. And then he's like, that
was funny too.
Just like, oh, here's so-and-so, cousin Bobby and the +1. And then, you know, they might even fight and get drunk and whatever. Like, it was pretty funny. And you're just like, oh, it's so true. Because these parties, there's always like somebody in the family who's a little bit like.
Just bring whoever you want. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
So, and then he was talking about the kids' table. So sometimes he's there because he's short also, but then he was talking about how it's his favorite place to be because there's no politics or religion, and that he's taller than all the kids. So that brings him joy. It's like, oh, Drew, I love you.
The little things in life, you know?
I want to take Drew and put him in your pocket. Like,
oh, Drew.
He's great. He's great. He's so cute. So then he was talking about, like, you know, there's a piano in the corner and eggnog and there's fire and memories. And then they come out and they do like this Christmas medley and they're all wearing like ugly Christmas sweaters and they were hilarious.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Drew and Justin Jeffre started off. Oh my God, that was great. And he's like, this song is almost as old as you.
Yes, and Justin was definitely taking a lot of Drew jabs at Drew, and like anytime it was you, would be like Drew, and I'm like, oh, that's how like when I do this and replace it with Chris, I was just like, oh,
yes,
oh, Justin Jeffre, you crazy. But yeah, so I was just like, oh, Drew, adorable.
It was very entertaining. Who knew they were entertaining, you know?
And they all had different ugly Christmas sweaters, and some of them were so funny. My mind has gone blank at the moment, but I'm sure I have a video of it. So
yes,
but they were very cute. So they were very cute. Yes. Oh, and then after that, a new banger emerged.
Ooh.
And this was Eric and
Ryan Cabrera.
Who's are Ryan Cabrera? Yep. Eric and Ryan.
I got you.
It's called "Spend It With You," and it's.
I want to spend it with you. See, it's very catchy. It's the lyrics, like you repeat the lyrics over and over, and you just get stuck in your head.
It's so true. Like before we got there, Sophia's like, "Well, did you hear the new Eric and Ryan song?" And I was like, "There's a new Eric and Ryan song." She's like, "Yeah." I was like,
I posted it on the messenger.
Yes, you did, but I sometimes forget to click links and get distracted. So we were listening to it as we were waiting to cross the border. We're like, oh, this is a good song. And then when they played it, we're like, it is even better in person. Like, this is such a
See, that's what happens a lot of the time. In concert, it's a lot better than on the CD. I guess you're just like having a good time and you're like, oh, okay, this is good.
Well, like, it confuses me greatly that a lot of people have not been to concerts or like rarely, like I get it, like obviously they cost money and sometimes you live in a smaller town and you can't get to it or you don't have whatever, or you're too scared to go by yourself and want to go with somebody, nobody wants to go with you. But if you can go to a concert, go to a concert, because concerts are so much fun. And like I take it like an interactive sing-along. It's like karaoke with your favorite artist, right? You're like,
that's right.
And you're having a good time. There's other people who are just like you, who like these bands as well. And it's just like, it's just a good feeling to go to concerts. Like concerts,
a good vibe.
Good vibe for sure. And if you're like, oh my God, I don't want to be claustrophobic or whatever, then stand at the back. Like, you know, like, and especially, or go to like one of these casino ones where everyone is forced to stay in their chair, which we will get to later. And then, yes, but.
And I know some people are afraid to go by themselves, but also try to go by yourself because then you can meet friends there.
Exactly. You never know who you're going to meet. Like, for example, I most likely am going to LA by myself in January for a benefit concert. So,
yeah, see?
So, you know, I'm like, yeah, it's across the country. It's an entirely different country, but across, but you know, like, you know what? Yeah. Like, if people
make memories, right? Life is short.
Life is short. You got to do, like, the last couple of years have taught us anything. Life is super short, and go out and do things that bring you joy.
Yeah, exactly. So, make some memories of for yourself, you know?
Faux shizzle. All right. So, yes, so they did that song. And then Drew and Justin, so this is when they all switched to their white outfits. They sang Santa Baby. So,
yes.
Santa Baby.
Santa Baby.
And then it went into I Do.
I do cherish you.
Which obviously is a classic 98 Degrees song. So,
yes,
of course. And then from that, and Jamie kind of came out as well to sing with that song. And then right after that song, then Jamie was talking about 1994. Sophia, how old were you in 1994?
I was 9. Yeah, 9, because I was born in 85.
Yes, and I was 12 because I was born in 82, but I was not listening to Kurt music. But that, my friends, is the very hit single.
I swear. Yeah. Oh my God, I was like, oh my God, it's nostalgia. I was like, what's up? Yeah.
Because this is the very first song that Sofia was like, whoa, what is this? Like boys singing together.
Yes. Yeah. See, I know. I don't know.
So
back in the day, you're just like, love the songs. Back in the day, you don't know, right? It brings you joy.
Yes. Everybody was like losing it. They had us turn on our little camera lights and it was all like lit up. And
that was pretty cool, actually. Because then when you looked in the camera, everyone's like flashlight is on. I was like, wow, this is a really cool moment of the concert.
It was very good. So then, sorry. So then after that, then Ryan Cabrera came out again. I think this is when he had that weird guitar that was like partially clear or like,
like, or like,
he was like, what the heck is that? I don't know this guitar. And I was like, I think it's acrylic and it just has like
it almost looked like it was broken, but obviously it wasn't.
I don't like my mind does not understand what's happening on the stage here. And I was just like,
it's all good.
It's just a special guitar. It doesn't like, I think it's like clear plastic or acrylic, and then it has like the thing. And it had lights too, I think. So it was like, it had very much blown Sophia's mind. She was
I don't know. Sometimes I don't see these guitars. It's been a while.
It's true though. It's not like a standard guitar, but anyway, so then he was talking about this song. So then he told the TRL story. So I guess when he was, because obviously he's American, anytime you see TRL, there would always be this like giant window into Times Square that the artist would then walk to the window and wave, and then all these people would be like waving at you and stuff like that. So he was saying how he had, I can't remember who the host was. Was it Jessica or was it? I think it was Jessica Simpson.
Yeah, I think so.
Possibly, I could be wrong, but somebody was hosting. So they said, hey, go. It was a female host, whoever it was. Like, go to this host, have your little interview, and then you can go to the window and wave at all the people. And he's like, okay, got it. He's like, okay, go do the interview.
Oh,
then go
it
wave.
was Nick Lachey's wife.
Yeah, so Jessica Simpson. Was it?
I thought it was Vanessa Lachey.
Was Vanessa there already? Was she already married to him? Oh, maybe they weren't married at the time, but maybe
I don't know.
It was Vanessa. Could have been
Probably.
Vanessa.
I think it's Vanessa.
Okay.
Now that I remember. Yeah.
So because he had said, so your sister-in-law, so that makes sense. That
Yes.
He said, Drew, your sister-in-law was on there, whatever. So anyways.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I guess both.
Yeah, I guess both of them would have fallen.
Okay, sorry. Oh, yeah, so either or. Yeah.
But anyway, so he's like, okay, interview, window, wave. So then they're like, okay, Ryan, go out. Then he's like, goes, sees her, and then whoosh, over to the window. It's like waving at people, and they're like, okay. So then she was like, hey, like, so I think she then was able to get him over, and they did like an interview. And then he was supposed to play the song, and then he was all like, well, I don't want to play the song here. Look at all these people who are here to see me. I want to play down there. And they're like, dude, we're not set up for that. He's like, I'm going to go play in the crowd. So then they're like, okay, because I'm pretty sure it's a live show. So then like, I guess during the commercial break, figured out how to set up a microphone down there and stuff. And then he like ran into the crowd and was like performing and was like so pumped and excited to be like surrounded by all that energy at Times Square. So I'm like, that actually sounds like really
that's a great story.
I was just like,
he might never go back, but that was a good story.
Apparently, he was like the first guy to do that and play in Times Square or something. And they were just like, okay, whatever. And again, this is like late 90s, early 2000s. So like the technology is not as quick as it was. But anyways, he was able to do it. And the song was All the Way Down, which is a really good song, and also amusing that he went all the way down to the street to perform it.
See, so, like he knew.
Yes. So like I gotta say, like by the end of this evening, I was like, if we were American and had TRL and MTV, I'm pretty sure I would have been a huge Ryan Cabrera fan back in the day, because it's a good guy, that Ryan Cabrera. Okay. So
I didn't keep saying that, but I don't know.
You didn't think so?
No, like, yes, absolutely. But from what I heard sometimes, he hasn't always been a good guy. So,
which, again, is probably another thing. I also lucked out on not hearing any of this bad stuff.
Yes.
The only thing I remember about Ryan Cabrera is that you could buy him from Sam's Club. Because they had this thing where you could, like, buy a private concert from him. And I can't remember how much it was. But it was like several $1,000s.
Oh, yeah.
Like fly to your hometown or whatever. So I guess it depended on like where you live, because then whatever. But you could like buy him to perform a private concert, and I just thought that was fucking hilarious that you could just buy him from like essentially Costco, but it was like Sam's Club. And every few years I look it up and then I laugh because it was entertaining.
That's pretty funny.
He's not available there anymore. So
he's not.
But I was like, can you just imagine?
Like during this concert, he was very good. Yes.
But can you imagine being so rich? You're like, what do I need? I need like, 50 pounds of, this, yes, I'm going to order this boy bander as well. I mean, this musician to come to my house to perform. So yeah, anyways, so he did all, so then. Well,
I guess people do, like some artists do private concerts for birthdays and all that. So
harder to figure out how to get them.
That's true. That's true.
This one was like very readily available. Just check them out. There you go.
Yeah, that's true.
Obviously, I'm sure there was a process and they had to check for dates and all that jazz, but I just thought it was funny. Okay, so next, almost done the concert. So Drew, Ryan, and Justin performed Run, Run, Rudolph.
Run, Rudolph.
Yes, so which hilarious because that's the song that I thought was a Hanson original, which it definitely was not, but they do a cover of that on their album as well. Very upbeat. And at this point, Justin pulled out a harmonica, and he was harmonicaing away.
Harmonizing almost with the harmonica, right?
I'm like, oh man, haven't heard a harmonica in ages.
I guess the harmonica needed to be in the song. Is it part of like
I don't know if it's part of the song. It worked. I was like, you know what?
It did work.
Good for you, buddy. But it just like made me initially laugh, and I was just like, did he just pull out a harmonica? Yes, he did.
Yeah, like you said, I also haven't heard one in a while.
I was just like, I can't even remember the last time. Like, I feel like originally every once in a while you get one for like Christmas or something, and then you can't play. And you're like, Yeah. Anyways, Justin Jeffre knows how to play a harmonica.
Good job, Justin Jeffre. You did a wonderful job.
And then Jamie came out, and he's like, all right, guys. This is the money song. This is the song. This is like big money and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, we got to play this song, whatever. And I'm thinking, which is the money song?
Oh, Holy Night?
Nope. It was an O-Town song.
Oh, All or Nothing. Yes.
All or Nothing.
All or Nothing, yes.
Eric, Drew, and Jeff were also out there. So I guess most were out there. So yeah. So that's the song, man. That is how they classically ended it with, you can't be at an O-Town concert or partial concert and not end with All or Nothing. Like, that
is the one that you belt out and you're like, yeah.
Everyone was singing it. Everyone was jamming. It was just such a good song. And you know what? At this point, some girls behind us went to, so a couple of people had tried to get to the front row earlier, and the security were so annoying, and they kept pushing people back, but nobody was like rushing or being annoying or whatever. They were just kind of like standing there, and there was space, but they're like, get back to your seat, blah, blah, blah. Like, they were very like anal about everything. So then the girls behind me went, and they didn't stop her. And I was like, well, it is the last song. They haven't stopped her. Let me go. So I went, and it was okay for like 10 seconds. Yeah,
I did not go because literally,
I was like, fuck it, I'm going.
The security guard was like right behind him.
Let me just tell you that it is very nice to see things from the front row, and if you can do
yes, it is. I agree. Yes,
it's just like, oh, and perhaps I think it's because I had these balls that were lit up, so I feel like that drew extra attention to me. Because the girl who went from behind, she was just wearing like a black shirt and just snuck in. So then I was like, and then perhaps because I also said, woo, whatever. So I was recording, and then security's like, you need to get back to your seat. I'm like, she needs to get back to her seat. And he's like, you need to get back to your seat. So I was like, all right. So then I was just slowly walking backwards, recording the security guard. What are they going to do? Kick me out? It's the last song. I don't care. So,
oh my God, I was dying.
It's not like I was running on the stage and like throwing my bra or anything.
That's true.
Like,
yes.
It was just like, just let the people enjoy this fucking concert.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
At Fallsview Casino, when we went to go see 98 Degrees, just 98 Degrees, they did allow pit people to, like, even though there were seats, they did allow like the 5 or 6 rows to come up to the stage if they wanted to.
That's true. They did.
Like, just allow, like, it is so painful to be at a concert and be stuck in your seat. Like, I was constantly standing up because I'm like, I can't. I need to stand up, man. This is like, I was leaning on the chair, but like,
I was even trying to tell people behind me, can you stand up so I can sit?
It's just like, come on.
Because I was like, I can't sit. Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. But anyways.
But it was fun. Yeah, that made me laugh because I was like, I knew she was going to do it, but I'm like, you go, you do your thing.
You know
absolutely.
I'm just going to do it because I don't care.
Yeah.
So I have not watched the footage back. I'm sure it is very embarrassing and whatever.
I think I have a video. I don't know if I posted that.
Yes, because as I was coming back, Sofia was literally pissing her pants. Like she wasn't like peeing on the floor, but she was laughing so hard, and she was just like, "What the hell is going on?" So
it was fun. That memory also was good.
Yes. So all in all, good times. But so then we just kind of like went around, whatever. Then we decided that we weren't going to go to New York City. So we decided we were going to go to Niagara Falls, Canada. Well, we said hi to some people.
To be fair, the decision was made for us. Why we're not going to go to New York City. But
the event that we wanted to go to was canceled. So it seemed kind of pointless to go to New York for no reason.
Yes.
So then we ended up going back to Canadian side, and we were like, oh, let's go look at some lights. And Sophia's like, let's get out of the car. I'm like, it's very cold. Let's just follow this.
But then I was like, yes, let's not get out of the car because it's very cold.
I don't want to get a parking ticket. And then I was just like, this minivan. I'm like, I'm just going to follow this minivan. And did not, like, I know they call it the Winter Festival of Lights, but did not realize how far it went. And then at the end, like, it even goes past where the falls go over. And then at the end, there was like this area that was like a big loop, and you go in, and it had like Oh my God, it looks so pretty. And it was
Yeah, it
free.
was so nice.
And it had,
I really
you could
enjoyed
do
it.
donations. We did not donate because I had no cash. But it was like really nice. They had like different like animals and stuff made out of all the lights and all, like it was really pretty. And then we came back and then we
It must have taken a lot of time for those workers to do.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Because that was very nice.
It was very cool. It had like all the trees and stuff. So like it was very nice. So we parked. We went to Clifton Hill. It was freezing. And it was like just after 10 at that point. I was like, oh, is this parking lot closed? Because it said like it closed at 10. The guy's like, nah, just park for free. I was like, score.
Beautiful. Free is good.
So we did that and we had Boston pizza and they had this like jalapeno popper dip. Was so good.
It was really good.
And then we did like a tropical chicken pizza. And then at that point, then we're like, okay, most of the things we were like, we could get ice cream even though we're freezing our asses off. But all the ice cream places had already closed. So we're like, all right, let's just go back. Yes. Then I almost killed us because I was very tired and falling asleep.
And I tried to put music on loudly.
I was so exhausted.
And upbeat songs so we could get the party continuing in the car.
That's true. So kudos to Sofia for helping. And
I tried.
We made it home alive.
Yes. Oh my God. I feel like at a couple of points I saw you like dozing off. And I was like, hey, give me some faster songs.
Yeah. And my car was making a lot of noise. So you couldn't really hear the songs that loud anyway. So I was just like, this is not helpful.
Yeah.
But made it back, we tried. Made it alive, and then the next day we did like fun things, like we baked cookies and we made ornaments and we did fun stuff instead. So it was a
all in all a great festive weekend.
Indeed, put us into the Christmas spirit.
Yes.
So yes,
but a great show to start it off.
Legit. So like, if you guys have not seen 98 Degrees, O-Town, Brian Cabrera, Jamie Jones, if you have not seen them and you are living in one of the areas that still have a concert this week, go get yourself some tickets and have fun. It is a great show. Good times. And
they play the hits of each boy band, so that's good too. So
it's not like you're going to be sitting there like when I went to that second Christmas Hanson concert where they had just released a new album that no one knew the songs. You will know all these songs. These songs are all popular songs and hits, and you can sing along and have a great time. So enjoy, and we will continue to support these bands in the new year, and hopefully there'll be lots of new concerts in 2023 for us to attend.
Yes, exactly.
But a boy band Christmas, A+.
A boy band Christmas. Thank you to all the boy banders at this concert.
Indeed. All right, and thank you for taking a break with us.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.